Hello and welcome back to Engerati studio. We are here today with Luís from EDP. Welcome. Thank you so much for your time. Just wanted to ask you a little bit about what your role is at EDP and what projects you're working on at the moment.
Okay, so currently my role is I'm advisor to the board of EDP Distribution, and essentially I work in matters related to energy policies and smart grids and all that kind of stuff that relates to innovation in the energy sector right now.
Okay, great. So I suppose what I want to ask you first is about the role of networks and DSOs and how they are evolving with digitization.
Okay, so it's a difficult question because we can look at it from different angles. I would say that the first important thing to mention about that is that currently the European energy policies are pushing a lot for a very important transformation in the energy sector. And I think that we should look at DSOs, the ones that will be there to facilitate this overall process change. The main idea is to help customers to move on to the center of this transformation process, and that will indeed have a huge impact on the way we currently operate our networks. So we do expect to play a more active role in the years to come and to help in setting the retail market and help customers to move on to the center of the action.
Okay, great. And I suppose the next thing I want to ask is where are the opportunities for big data and analytics at the moment?
I can see at least two different types of opportunities. One is coming from the more social side of the thing, let's say from the customer side and from the new business and innovation side. And the other one is from the technical one, from the distribution network itself. I mean, if you look right now, I think that at least I had the opportunity to check some recent data. I think that almost half of the entire population in the world is connected to the internet, and they are mostly doing that from mobile devices, and they are increasingly using instant messaging and real-time connection to the internet, to things. So this is a huge challenge, and we need to provide, we as DSOs need to provide a way for others, such as retailers, aggregators, to deliver new services and innovative services to customers so that they can really benefit most from this transformation process. This is the social part of the thing. The other part is the technical one that typically we used to forget, but it's a very important one. That right now we have a grid, a very resilient grid that enables our economy to flourish in Europe. That is not the same case in the United States, for example. And that is due to an important work that has been done by DSOs during last 10 to 5 years, I would say, in order to improve operational efficiency, to invest in network automation, smart metering, and so on. And right now we have a very good quality of service, and we need to keep that levels of quality of service. But what is happening right now is, with this moving to a more customer-centric approach, we are facing new challenges, emerging challenges, namely because we are not in control over user actions, and we don't know how those actions will affect our network performance and the way the network operates. So essentially we need to be able to be innovative enough to design, to have the correct market approach in order to be able to cope, I would say not to cope, to spearhead this evolution and to keep the network as resilient as it is right now and to enable all the services to customers.
And I suppose you'd agree that innovation is a key.
Sorry?
I suppose you'd agree that innovation is a key.
Yes, I think key is DSOs are traditional system operations. So the traditional word is a word that really goes very well with the DSO business. But indeed, DSOs are innovative players in the market. And typically what happens in this sector is there is a problem of chicken and egg. And always is the DSO the ones that takes the lead,
Yeah.
and needs to take the lead in order to to create the framework necessary to the market to evolve. And once again, we will need to take the lead for this to happen.
And I suppose, how do you see operations developing now that we're seeing increasingly more connected devices?
Yeah, I think that digitalization is a global trend. So we have right now a lot of tools that rely a lot on these digital platforms. I would say we have workforce management systems, and people that work on the field, they receive all orders in their handheld devices, and they also give feedback in real time. They use it also for the GIS integrated services, also to map all the installations, and this is a way to give feedback and to keep things under control. So I would say that this is right now is embedded in our normal daily operation, and I think that will further evolve. Just to complement this, we also have we also are doing a great effort in order to move to the internet. So we have a digital platforms to provide data to customers, raw data that customers can use to be more efficient in the way they use their energy, and there are a lot of other examples that I can mention, but this is that. Okay.
Okay, great. Well, another broad question for you. Give us your views on the transformation in the energy sector, the ongoing transformation in the energy sector?
My views. No, it's difficult. Again.
Very broad.
Yes. No, the point is, again, I think it's important to understand the context. We started. You may know, you are from UK, so you may know the UK was probably the first country in Europe to start with liberalization process, maybe 20 years ago. But to be honest, UK has a slightly different organization, at least from the DSO point of view of the market, than we have in the other countries in Europe. But basically, what we've done since, let's say, since the 90s was to improve our operational efficiency, the cost, improve a lot the cash cost ratio per customer, and we introduced a lot of automation in the grid, metering, advanced metering, and we moved to a stage that gave us the right conditions in order to provide a good quality of service and security of supply. What we are facing right now is a different kind of challenges. So, as you may know, we had the opportunity to create a lot of renewables in the grid. DSOs are the vast majority of renewable energy sources that we see, wind farm, mills, are connected to DSO grids, and we were able to cope with that, and without jeopardizing the security of supply.
Yeah.
But right now we have a local problem, a problem that is my problem, your problem, it's a problem of everyone. Because I, as a customer, can make use of solar PV panels, of my electrical vehicle, of my energy management platform, and I can mix all of that. I can have a new bundle of services that provide me the opportunity to also to bring my bill down, and I'm going to act on a market, on a let's say market-driven approach, not taking into consideration the way I will affect the performance of the network. So the great deal will be to balance both things: the market, normal operation, and it's a completely new that is being setting up right now, and the reliable, secure system operation. And that is our main goal: is to create a layer that is able to enable the market to flourish. At the same time that we develop a grid that is a resilient one, that gives the European economy these very intrinsic characteristics that is needed for them to operate.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And I suppose lastly, what kind of advice would you give to those in utilities today?
Advice to utilities. I think that one important thing is to be ready for this, to spearhead the change. So to be proactive, that is a very important word, to be proactive. To be resilient, not only the grid, but also the DSOs need to be resilient, because we are facing a lot of of challenges, but I think the message is a very positive one. I think we have conditions right now with smart grids and with evolving roles of DSOs to overcome the challenges ahead, and that will for sure happen in the next 5 to 10 years. The important thing is that we need to be pragmatic in our approach and understand that quality of service is also a very important issue, and we tend to forget it because we rely on that in our normal daily lives, and what we have for granted we tend to forget.
Yeah.
So the message is, please be pragmatic, be positive, and take care of the customers.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay.
Please go to engerati.com to catch the rest of the interviews for the next 3 days. Thank you.
How long did it take? 10 minutes. 10 minutes, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay?